Hi guys, I'm Mary Beth from Brainwaves Instruction.
And I'm Jenny from Art with Jenny K.
And together, we like to put the
art
in English language arts. Today, we thought we'd share some easy ways to teach and reinforce the skill of sequencing in your classroom.
After all, kids are asked to determine the order of events over and over again, whether it be while they're reading, listening, and of course, making art.
So we have a couple of tips and an art project to help you reinforce the skill of sequencing. The first idea is to play something that I like to call Sequence Scramble. And all you have to do to prepare for this activity is find a story or maybe even one of Aesop's fables and cut that story into 4 different parts. And you'll probably make the text kind of big. Then you'll group your kids into groups of 4, and then you'll place a part of the story on each student's back. Then challenge your groups of students to check out the cues in the story and find transition words and figure out the way the story should go and put it in order. The first team that does that wins.
And Mary Beth, you could always make it more challenging, couldn't you, by just having the story divided up into more parts?
Exactly, or you could challenge students to do the sequence scramble, or I guess unscramble, in complete silence.
So, do you have any other ideas for making sequencing fun in the classroom?
I do, how'd you know? Okay, so this is just from my sequencing mini unit. It's a really easy activity, and it's something kids want to do anyway, which is fly airplanes in your classroom, but now we're going to give them permission. So the first step will be to download the steps for flying or folding a paper airplane that you'll find in the supporting documents for this video. You're going to task students to write out those steps, which helps reinforce that skill of sequencing. Then they're going to take this template and they're going to fold their paper airplane. This is the fun part. Next, you're gonna have a paper airplane competition. So you're gonna, 2 at once, okay. You're gonna line your kids up shoulder to shoulder, inside or outside, and you're gonna challenge them to launch them on your go. Furthest one wins.
Go. You could even make it more challenging by having your students write various tips and tricks on the airplane.
Totally, and then that way it reinforces those skills that you taught about how to find sequence and makes it really, really fun. So those were some quick and easy tips to reinforce the skill of sequencing, but I'm wondering, you got any ideas, Jenny?
I sure do. Kids love to do step-by-step how to draw activities. They especially love directed drawing types activities. So you can use one of those types of drawing activities to also reinforce sequencing. And here's how you'll do it. We've actually supplied one of these in the documents that we've attached to this video. So you're going to actually give your students a drawing sheet like this where you've only given them the final drawing. You're not actually going to give them steps 1 through 5. It's then going to be their job to figure out what those steps could be. So use the handout that we've given you and have your students create steps 1 through 5. It may end up looking something like this. But of course remember that they're solving a unique problem and they'll solve it in unique ways. So there is no one right answer for this activity. After they've created the steps by drawing, steps 1 through 5, then have them cut out the steps, put them on a little ring, and have them write what the steps would be on the back using transition words for their sequencing.
So they might write, first draw the rabbit's head with 2 triangle-shaped ears. They're practicing the skill of sequencing and they're infusing art into their learning as well, which we totally love. So there you have it. 3 really easy ways to practice sequencing in your classroom and add a little art, which we totally love. So in the spirit of sequencing, we think that the next thing you should do is download the supporting documents for this video. We have a ton of goodies in there for you. Thanks so much for watching this video.
And thanks for all you do for the children in your classroom.
We'll see you soon.